This fat ass nigga. You just sitting there. Jordan, zoom in on him. Just sitting here, just fat as fuck. Barely done put on his fucking uniform today. That long ass tie. Just cut the hair off, bro. It's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. He really wished that he was in his car right now. Sitting back eating a donut right now.
Turned up in this bitch and start faking in the field, cause we know you ain't slime shit. I'm not trying to cuff you, baby, just want you to shake that ass. Police shutting down the party, so they twerking on the grass. Man, just look at all these hoes, they dropping low and doing split. She won't come and hang around with MDS, cause we the shit. Can't put trust inside nobody, so I'm clutching on the stick. I got a freaky hoe from Euclid, say she gon' show me a trick.
What up, MDS gang, man? We back with another motherfucking reaction video, man. We got a 1090 Jake video. PeeWee Longway, I guess he facing life. I don't know who that is. I don't know who PeeWee Longway is. It's my first time hearing about him. But I guess somebody that's facing life. The feds got him. Wire tapped the plug. That's fucked up. Yeah. The feds don't play. Once they on your ass, you might as well wrap it up. But we're gonna see what type of technique he got going on and why he getting life. So, you know, we don't do so much talking. We getting straight to the motherfucking video. Let's go.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on PeeWee Longway being indicted by the feds and facing life in prison.
Life is crazy.
Hundreds of millions of dollars worth of drugs and guns, Glock switches, and other items taken off the streets thanks to a special detail that culminated Thursday in Muskogee County.
That's a big ass word.
Law enforcement call it Operation Sweet Silence, which was a 2.5 years in the making, aimed at taking down gang members and cutting crime.
Over $279 million in street value of what they seized. And the FBI, the GBI, the DEA, and others all worked together for Operation Sweet Silence.
Muskogee County Sheriff's Office has worked in lockstep with the FBI.
Look at this fat ass nigga. Look at this fat ass nigga. You just sitting there. Jordan, zoom in on him. Just sitting here, just fat as fuck. Barely done put on his fucking uniform today. That long ass tie. Just cut the hair off, bro. It's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. He really wished that he was in his car right now, sitting back eating a donut right now. He don't really want to be standing there. This is probably the longest he's probably stood up in probably 10, 15 years. Yeah. He a good going on his 50s. Yeah. He probably got into the police academy around 24, 25. Got in there and and being like this ever since. Yep, this is a true cop.
In the DEA to go after some very dangerous gang members of the Zohannan gang, members of the Crips.
We've seen the homicide rate more than double because of gangs.
For those individuals who think that they can set up shop in Muskogee County, not on our watch.
Well, what you know is something that need to be on your watch.
Shop in Muskogee County.
This something that need to be on your watch. This fucking hairline. This something that need to be on the watch, bro. Once you hit a certain age, your hair start doing this. Just cut it off. There's nothing wrong with being bald. Just cut it off. It's over with. You worried about them? You got no goddamn facial hair. All this skin, cheek, all this underneath here. Looking like you a gopher fish and your hairline all fucked up. Get yourself together first before you try to put everybody else away.
Our watch.
101 arrests, over 270 million worth of drugs, guns, switches, and absolutely nothing to do with PeeWee Longway. The Atlanta rapper was apparently arrested,
you from Atlanta? Damn,
and social media
Atlanta,
would associate his lockup with Operation Sweet Silence. The 2-year investigation would target 2 major gangs in Columbus, Georgia,
Atlanta, boy.
The Crips and the Zohannans. Local, state, and federal agencies would strike simultaneously, with the FBI bringing 250 agents along with 7 SWAT teams. 155 guns would be recovered, along with over $270 million in cash, and tons of drugs that I can't show on YouTube without getting demonetized.
Nigga said 155
but nobody
guns?
could find the connection to PeeWee Longway.
You're gonna shoot one at once.
Wasn't listed anywhere as being arrested. But that's why y'all watch me, right? Because I get the paperwork for y'all. According to an indictment out of Atlanta, PeeWee Longway, whose real name is Quincy Williams, was charged with conspiracy to distribute a controlled substance, selling, distributing, or dispensing a controlled substance, and money laundering. PeeWee would be indicted with 7 co-defendants, the majority being Mexican, which plays an important role in this indictment. Since May of 2023, the Atlanta DEA has been investigating a man named Francisco Cortez, who's also known as Paco Primo. Allegedly, Cortez was trafficking drugs and laundering money throughout North Georgia.
Any nigga named Cortez has done something in his life, finna do something, or thinking about doing something. Them Cortezes don't fucking play. One thing about Cortez, he don't fucking play.
And agents identified several cell phone numbers associated to him. His second in command would be identified as Luis Miguel Montoya Villagomez, aka Palome. He'd be responsible for the coordination.
What the fuck is this? Like, who even thinks about playing a game like this? You gotta be a virgin.
Of suspected narcotics shipments from Houston, Texas coming into Atlanta. The drugs would be sold throughout the A, and the money would make its way back to Cortez. On the 4th of July 2024, agents intercepted a wiretap between Cortez and Quincy Williams, aka PeeWee Longway. The conversation was cryptic, with Cortez saying, "On the shoes, I got you for sure. On the windows, give me 20 bags so I can get at least 20 of them." Cortez would then say, "I got you on the shoes in less than an hour." DEA agents would interpret the conversation as PeeWee negotiating for an unknown amount of shoes or cocaine and 20 kilos of meth or windows. Because of the holiday and the 1-hour time window, agents weren't prepared in time and remained unsure if the transaction took place, but another one would 4 days later. On July 8th, it was 3:20 p.m. as agents monitored the Cortez residence with an electronic surveillance platform.
Like, they just don't be
A
playing.
vehicle would pass by several times before
That boy fat as hell, ain't he?
Cortez's wife would then exit the residence
good.
and approach the vehicle. The passenger would exit, opening the trunk and passing her a large cardboard box she then brought inside. An hour later, another vehicle would pull up and PeeWee Longway would exit the rear passenger seat, walk into the front door of the home. He'd walk back with the large cardboard box, placing it into the trunk and leaving. On July 11th, agents intercepted another wiretap between Cortez and his second in command for a sale of 40 kilos of cocaine.
Look how fucking tall Young Thug is to this nigga. God damn. This nigga like a fucking midget compared to Young Thug. God damn. How tall is this nigga? Like, is he shorter than 42 Doug? He gotta be like 5'2". God damn. Nigga like somebody's son.
Tap between Cortez and his second in command for a sale of 40 kilos of cocaine that would take place the next day. A van would be seen unloading and loading at Cortez's home, and agents would trace it to another home they'd hit with a search warrant. Agents wouldn't find any drugs, but would recover $500,000 in cash bundled in shoeboxes. Throughout the criminal complaint, the focus would remain on Cortez, and it would appear he was the plug. But at this point, no agent could prove PeeWee Longway did anything aside from pick up a box that could have had anything inside of it. In fact, that's all they had on him. He could have literally picked up shoes in a box. But regardless, he'd be charged with conspiring to distribute at least 500 grams of meth and 5 kilos of cocaine, all because of a wiretap conversation with no proof that the deal even went down. That's how scary the feds are. Arrest warrants would go out and PeeWee Longway would be placed into custody. The feds would file an order of detention pending trial,
well, they don't got
meaning
no
they
evidence,
didn't want
right? Then he
PeeWee
cool.
released on bond. Reason being, he has a lengthy criminal record with several prior convictions for drug offenses and violations of parole or probation. During his arrest, his home and recording studio were both searched. Within the studio, agents recovered 7 firearms and 3,000 M30 or Perk 30 pills believed to be cut with fentanyl.
Shit.
Within his home, they'd find 3 more guns, 2 of which were stolen, along with marijuana and a small amount of other narcotics. PeeWee has yet to be charged with the firearms and 3,000 pills, but for the charges he does face, PeeWee is looking at up to a life sentence in federal prison just for conspiring to buy large amounts of cocaine and meth.
How do they know?
It's likely the feds will use the 3,000 pills and guns as a last resort to bury the rapper in prison. Now, all of that $270 million worth of drugs and the gang takedowns, and PeeWee's not in none of that paperwork. That doesn't have shit to do with him. It just so happens everything kind of happened at the same time.
Atlanta not
Allegedly, the word is they're cracking down on the cartels.
Yeah, they not playing.
Bringing drugs into Atlanta. And all of his co-defendants in this case are Mexican. But I'm not saying nothing about no cartels. Because they don't motherfucking play. So, we just gonna keep it moving. Anyways, as far as PeeWee Longway goes, I think it's something else. They can come raid your studio, raid your house, charge you with a conspiracy of buying an insane amount of meth and cocaine even though it never happened. The only proof that they have is you walked up to a door, a lady gave you a box, a cardboard box, and you put it in your trunk. That's it. That's the only evidence they have. That and a wiretap conversation of what they think is you buying cocaine.
So he cool. He should be good then, right?
That's enough for you to get picked up and face life in federal prison.
Damn.
Now the 3,000 fentanyl pills
that's
that were apparently found in the studio
and them guns,
I don't know if they can charge him with that. How can they prove that they were his?
Right.
It's a recording studio. Who all uses the studio?
Right.
I don't necessarily think that can just fall on him. Now it's a sensitive topic because Rich Homie Quan just passed away.
R.I.P.
Big Scar passed away.
R.I.P.
The female that was signed to Gucci passed away.
R.I.P.
All of these were overdose deaths. Most likely relating to fake pills, cut pills. It's tough to be a supporter of the trap era of music, right? Because back then, or when I was in high school, like
when you was in high school, 1976, 1976. Oh, my bad.
That's what the music was. It was trap music, even before that. You know what I mean? Fentanyl wasn't a thing. Nowadays, the dudes that are pushing this and selling that, that's what they're pushing. And it's killing everybody. Those 3,000 pills, if they can somehow connect it to him, that's another charge that I guarantee he does not want.
He don't want no charges.
Found guns in there, 7 guns, whatever. But they did find 3 guns inside of his house, 2 of which were stolen.
Yeah, that's still.
I'd be surprised
he getting
if they
some
don't try
time
to use these things against him.
He getting some time.
Unless they can just secure a conviction in the original charges, make him plea out with the threat that, hey, if you don't plea to this shit, we're gonna slap all this on top of that and make sure you don't go home. Now, it's a tough case, and I looked into some of his co-defendants, and his co-defendants have been caught up with pounds of meth and all types of other things in other states. These dudes be moving around and doing their thing. Like I said, I'm not gonna get too deep into them. I really couldn't find pictures of them to show y'all who they are. And you know, what they're allegedly affiliated with, I don't want nothing to fucking do with. But as for PeeWee Longway, I'm gonna be honest, it does not look good.
It ain't look
good at all. He had nothing to do with the big operation. This is his own thing. It's just him and these co-defendants. I think 7 people in total. And we'll just have to wait and see.
When that shit, everybody starts saying
like
shit.
I said, in my opinion,
it's down there over.
They got you on conspiring to buy and sell 500 pounds of this and 5 kilos of that. I'd never want to be in that position.
Yeah,
let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section.
Yeah, it ain't looking too good. I never heard of you before, but shit, this is not a good way to first hear you. Yeah, damn, that's fucked up. But Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. MDS gang, y'all know the big stuff coming, man. We up.
What the fuck going on, man? Hold on. I say, hey, all these hoes going, if that's your bitch, she out here feeling me. I don't want the hoe, I fuck that bitch, that just my sneaky link. Niggas talking shit, man, we pull up and we gon' chase his ass. Brody got a beam up on the Glock, it look like laser tag. I can't settle down for you, little.